The zero line. Combat at its most intense. Video captured by GoPro cameras mounted on helmets. Now a grim hallmark of this war, capturing action at the micro level.
Look, Jason.
All along the 600-mile front line, hundreds of thousands of troops wait for their moment to move forward. A territorial defense unit takes us to their stretch of turf in the Zaporizhia sector over a perilous, bombed-out road to what on the map looks like a clearly colored divide. Green and blue for Ukrainian-controlled territory, red for Russian. In actuality, between the two exists an unmarked reality. We're less than a mile away from the Russians' position. Out there is what's known as the gray zone, the no man's land between the Ukrainian and Russian armies. The gray zone's parameters are defined by trenches like these, and the soldiers defending them, like this acting commander of 1st Platoon, call sign Psih.
Do you ever see the Russians on the other side?
Yes, we have seen them many times. We go into the gray area, work there, and see what they are doing.
Enemies monitoring each other, each with their drones, looking for troops to target.
Oh, I hear a drone.
It's our drone.
Okay, good.
Back from the reconnaissance.
Okay, good.
The sergeant bears responsibility for his unit protecting this small stretch of frontline domain.
This is a passageway to get between their positions. The one we're going to is where they have their machine gun. This Soviet-era machine gun fires these large caliber rounds and can fire 600 of them per minute.
It's here they wait for other soldiers to clear the way because the only way past the gray zone is through the minefield.
Do you think you're going to be in this position much longer?
I think no. I think that very soon we will go forward.
But when you go forward, you're not going to have all this.
There, we will build a new one.
What will the second wave look like? The commander of the 72nd Brigade, Nazariy Kishak, describes to us a leapfrog strategy that begins with his infantry assault teams crossing the gray zone.
If the infantry's advancing, pushing the Russians back, do you move with them?
If we are successful, we are immediately entrenched in new positions, and I call in additional infantry to stay there. I send the people who stormed forward back, so they can rest and sit in reserve in case of a counterattack.
Kishak says he's applying his NATO training, breaking up his units into smaller, more nimble groups that are gaining experience, improving every day.
We have come through and seen what the entire world has not seen. We are ready for any challenges because we are fighting for our country. We are hardened by hell.
And more awaits beyond the gray zone. Jason Bellini, Scripps News, the Zaporizhia sector of Ukraine's front line.